Hey guys, my name's Yvette and welcome to my DIY channel, and I hope that you guys are having a great day. So for today's video, I wanted to show you guys how to make 3 last minute air dry clay Christmas gifts someone you know would actually really love. These were really beginner friendly and really fast to make. So yeah, let's just get started. Okay guys, so for our first project, I sketched out a cactus in a little pot to use as my stencil for my incense holder. I'll try to find a free cactus outline and link that in the description box for you guys. So roll out your clay, place your stencil on top, and then trace it out. I rolled out some more clay and I made sure to make this really thin, and now I'm going to trace out the little pot again and cut it out. Now I'm going to attach the little pot that I cut out and place it on top of our incense holder because I wanted the pot to stick out a little bit more than the cactus, and you can totally skip this step. I'm taking some water on my fingers and I'm going to smooth out all of the edges. Okay guys, now take any incense stick that you have, and then I'm just going to place this on the bottom of my pot, and I'm going to try to do this as centered as possible and then just stick it into the clay, and it should stay up just like this. And you can stick yours straight up if you want. I kind of did mine at an angle. Make sure to wiggle it around just a little bit because you want to make the hole just a tiny bit bigger since air dry clay does shrink, and you want to be able to still fit this in there once this dries. And so now I'm just going to set this to the side for it to dry.
8:01 p.m.
Here is our incense holder dry, and I'm going to sand this. And then now I'm going to paint. Here I'm covering the pot with a napkin because I'm going to speckle. I'm going back in and cleaning up any speckle dots that ended up on my pot. The last thing I'm going to do is seal this with Deco Art's matte varnish, and then we're done with our little guy. Okay guys, so to make this wall hanging, I'm going to be using these 2 orchid nursery pots. One is bigger than the other, and you could totally use plates if you wanted to, or like round Tupperware. Have your clay rolled out, and I'm placing saran wrap on top of mine so that the clay doesn't stick onto the planters. I'm going to take my big planter and I'm going to press it down into the clay, and then I'm just going to trace out my circle. Now I'm going to cut the circle in half using a ruler, and I'm going to try to do this as evenly as possible, and I'm just eyeballing it. I'm taking a straw and I'm going to poke out 2 holes so that I'm able to hang this as a wall hanging. And again, I'm just eyeballing it, trying to do it as centered as possible. Once again, taking some water on my hands, I'm just smoothing out the edges, and then I'm going to set this to the side to dry. Alright, so now I'm going to do the same thing again with my smaller planter, and this time make sure to trace out 2 circles the same size. Now that we have our circle traced out, I'm taking my straw again and I'm going to poke out 2 holes, one towards the middle top and one towards the middle bottom so that I can hang this. With our second circle, I'm only going to poke in 1 hole towards the top because I'm not going to attach anything to the bottom of this. You could add in another hole if you wanted to, like add a tassel or something. Yeah, so now I'm going to let these guys dry.
12 seconds later.
So here are our 3 pieces dry, and I am going to sand them. And now I'm going to paint. Taking these 2 lighter painted shapes, I'm going to speckle them with some brown paint to give them some texture. I decided I wanted to speckle these guys with some white paint, and this time I watered down my paint a little bit more to give them bigger speckles. Now that these are all dry, I'm going to seal these with Deco Arts matte varnish. To attach these all together, I'm going to use some jump rings and just like a little silver necklace chain that I got from Joann's. And I cut out these little pieces to use. So now I'm going to take a jump ring, open it, and then add in the chain and attach that to one of my shapes and then close it. Take another jump ring, attach that to the bottom of that chain and now to my other circular piece and then close it. And then now we have these 2 pieces attached. And that's what I did to attach the rest of my project. Alright guys, so for our last project, you're going to want to take a really nice chunk of clay, like a good handful, and roll it into a circle. And we're going to make a little jewelry holder. You should end up with something like this, and it doesn't have to be a perfect circle at all. Now I'm going to flatten it a little bit and just try to keep it in like a circular-ish shape, but just keep flattening it out a little bit more. And if you get like some cracks on the side like me, just blend those away. I'm taking my wine bottle just to flatten it a little bit more, but I didn't make it like super thin at all. It's still probably like an inch thick. And you could keep yours in a perfectly circular shape, but I made mine just like a little bit more ovally. Now I'm taking my needle tool and I'm kind of like drawing out where I want to carve out my clay. Taking my loop tool, I'm going to start carving out my clay, and I'm doing this because we're going to want to fit like little small earrings in there, or a ring, or like a necklace. Make sure to smooth this all out with some water. Okay, so I'm pretty happy with how this looks, so now I'm gonna let this dry.
1 minute, 37 seconds later.
Here's the little jewelry holder now that it's dry, and I'm gonna lightly sand this. Now I'm gonna paint. And of course, I wanted to speckle this, so don't forget to do the sides. The last thing we gotta do is seal this, and once again I'm using Deco Arts matte varnish. Alright guys, so that's it for today's video. Thank you guys so much for watching. I hope that you guys try some of these out, and I have a bunch of other air dry clay projects on my channel if you guys need more ideas on stuff to make. I'll link the playlist down in the description box. But yeah, subscribe for more DIYs, and stay safe, stay healthy, happy holidays, and I will see you guys in my next one. Bye!